Hey friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the most well-rounded of nerds. We're doing it today. We're building this deck. Mistakes were made with how I was storing my cards. Big ones, huge ones. Didn't realize how big a mistake they were. Until, yeah. But that's okay. We live, we learn. Live, laugh, learn. And I have corrected myself. I intentionally do not do highly curated content. One, I have to film around my work schedule, so I don't have time for that. I have to film on breaks or when I'm off work. That's just not my bag to be doing this all the time. So there's that. So that's one of the reasons I don't go full curation a lot. And then also, the other reason I don't go full curation is when it comes to these kinds of hobbies, I like for people to see, well, what is it really like to try to do this? If I really want to get into this, I'm new to it, or I'm trying to get back into it, what does it really take? And what I'm doing right now is sorting my green cards really quick so I can start showing them to you and what my thoughts are. What's it going to take? And if I highly curate my content, I'm not giving you a good enough. I don't think I'm giving you a good enough. Um, you know, what's the word? I'm not giving an accurate portrayal of what's happening. So that's why I choose not to go for the fully curated, because of so much of what shows up on social media, which that's just how social media is. It's no big deal. Is the version that people want you to see, and that's fine. There are a lot of creators that are genuine in what they're presenting. That's equally awesome. Good for you. But I choose in my channel that I'm going to be as real as I can be. I mean, I'm not about to get out here and try to share my whole life, but I am trying to show people, hey, if you want to get into these hobbies, here's some of the work it's going to take. But if you are really enjoying it, that work is going to be worth it, is the point. And that there are people out there that you can, do this kind of thing with and have like great community. They do exist. You can find them. There's so many ways. And I've talked about lots of them. What I'm doing right now is basically getting all the hobbits and things that would be this is a sorcery, be considered like orky, because that's not the kind of deck I'm going for. So that's what I've learned first. So as I'm separating these out, what I'm looking for are elf leaning, dwarf leaning spells, tree leaning spells. That way they will all work well together. Because I'm doing a green blue deck, which I've been told, um, could be a risk. I don't know enough about Magic the Gathering to know if that is a risk or not. But I am separating out the Hobbit cards more specifically because I know I'm not going to be using their particular skills. Like here is a halfling peasant, which it would let me, it's a 1/1, and it's basically to create food tokens. But I've got other types of tokens like elf warriors that I'd rather create. And then, like these things here where it says you may sacrifice a food token, creature gets +4/+4. I'm not going to be using food tokens, so there's no reason for that to be in my deck. Make sense? It's so funny. When I said I was going to finish building this, my son he loves magic. Oh my God. And the daughter does too. And the future son-in-law. That's a magic household. But when I told him I was going to start finishing this deck, he was like, well, could you let me see your cards and what you plan to choose? And I can tell you if it's a good one. He wants to build it for me, which is adorable. And I appreciate it. But I want to build my deck. It was so cute. He was like, "Oh, I can look at your cards," and I might let him look at it once I'm done. But for right now, no. And the reason a lot of these are already sleeved is we did a draft night with the family, and in that draft night, we were we always sleeve when we draft. So first things first is picking a commander. I'm looking at the green first. I'm going to settle on which of these greens I might want as my commander. So the first one is Quick Beam. I got to this angle because when it hits about the evening hours here, the sun is here. So that's not the place. So I had to move because I wanted you to be able to see the cards. But yeah, I think this is working. But this is Quick Beam Upstart Int. He takes 6 to draw out, but ooh, he's a 5/6. Whenever Quick Beam Upstart enters, Int or another tree folk enters the battlefield under your control, up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 and gain trample. He's definitely going in the deck, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough tree folk to make him useful as my commander. Next is Galadriel, the Gift Giver. She's my next option as my commander. And if you don't know the game Commander, it's a 100 card deck, and you have to balance your colored mana to the creatures in the deck. All the Commander I've played, every Magic game I've played has been pre-con or jumpstart or decks already done, basically. A draft, that kind of thing. I've never built my own decks. This is like my first foray. If this goes okay, I have a bunch of Bloomburrow cards. I'm going to build a Bloomburrow Commander deck. But it's 100 cards. You have to balance the mana to the creatures. It's usually about a 70-30 ratio, 70 to like spells and creatures and 30% mana, but it just depends. Whenever Galadriel Gift Giver enters the battlefield or attacks, choose 1. I could put a +1/+1 counter on another creature, or I could create a food token. It's an artifact with 2 sacrifices artifact to gain life. Or I can create a treasure token. She's a good option. I'm going to put her in the firm maybe pile. Okay. Next would be Celeborn the Wise. Y'all remember Celeborn? Whenever you attack with 1 or more elves, scry 1. Whenever you scry, Celeborn the Wise gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. He's not going to be my commander. I mean, that's okay, but it's not awesome. Glorfindel. Oh, Glorfindel, the elf noble. All right, we getting into the lore now. See, that's how they got me. Warhammer and Lord of the Rings. If they come out with it, please make an Adventure Time deck, Magic people. I don't want those imitation ones that people. I want a real Adventure Time Magic deck. You want to see me show up and show out? Magic. Adventure Time. He's an elf noble. He's a 3/2. Ooh. Whenever you scry, choose 1, and Glorfindel the Dauntless Rescuer gets +1/+1. Glorfindel must be blocked this turn if able. Glorfindel can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. No, he's not going to be my commander. I'm leaning towards Galadriel. Oh, she doesn't have a sleeve on her. I'm going to have to put an inner sleeve on her. Okay, so I'm leaning towards her. That's awesome. So I have a stack of, here's what I'm doing. I've got my stack of green instants and then green enchantments that I'm considering. Green sorcery. Boom. And then regular old tree creatures, and then my stack of all other green creatures. So we're going to put those to the side. Now I'm going to put their blue counterparts next to them. I've also got colorless cards. I'm going to see if I can go pure green blue first. Probably can't, but I'm going to try. That's mana. Don't need that. That's a treasure token. That's colorless. Digging through my little card catalog here. That's colorless. Don't care about you. Oh, I've got a Celeborn the Wise. It's already been sleeved. So we're going to replace that with him. All right, you go here. Because I have to make sure I sleeve the cards that aren't sleeved. So colorless. I'm not concerned with colorless at the moment. I want to make sure. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to set the colorless to the side. Colorless are kind of great because they're spells that you can use no matter what kind of deck you have. So to fill in the gaps of other things I don't have. I just fed my dog. He's very well taken care of. He snores like he's the one who has a job. I work hard so that he can live a good life. Okay, so here's another legendary. Oh, Elrond. Okay, this might be a possibility. He's a blue-green draw. He takes 4. He's a 4/4. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying. Oh, God. So however many cards I scry, I can put a +1 on them. Whenever a creature you control, along with a +1/+1 counter on it, becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. He's a definite maybe. We've got Aragon and Arwen wed. Look at that. Yeah, they got me. What I love about this is they didn't base this on the look of the movies. They based it on the descriptions in Tolkien's writing. Because look at that. Ooh, they gorge. Love it. I'm a sucker for a love story. He a 3/6. Oh my, you can't kill him. He has vigilance too. Ooh. So when he attacks, he doesn't go tapped. He can just keep on going. Oh Lord, am I learning? That was a real time apotheosis. That was great. Whenever Aragorn and Arwen wed enters the battlefield or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. You gain 1 life for each other creature you control. He's not going to be my dude, but he's definitely going in the deck. That's a human peasant. Don't want that. Oh, this is land. I'm going to stick land over here for a second. That's a awesome land. Here's another Elrond. I've already got him in there, so I'm just set him as a maybe. You can have more than one of the same card in your deck. That's okay. All right, so here's some. All right, I've gotten to the blues. So let me separate out my blue sorceries next to the green sorceries. Let's see here. Let's see this real. Oh, Meneldor, flying bird. He's up there with the Gwahir. And that, don't you love the artwork? Oh. Whenever Meneldor, Swift Savior, deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature you own, then return it to the battlefield. He's not going to be my commander, and that is only useful if he's your commander, so I'm going to set him in the no pile. Iorwith Healing House. Let's see here. Untap another target permanent. Untap 2 other legendary creatures. Huh. I think I want her in the deck, but she's probably not going to be my commander. And then there was old Gandalf. Gandalf Greyham, Friend of the Shire. He has Flash. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had Flash. So any sorcerer I pull, if he's out, I could go ahead and do it. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, your ring bearer, draw a card. So even if he's not my commander, if I have this happening, if he's out, he's going in the deck for sure. Trinket Mage, Human Wizard. This is an old card. Notice how the art style is a little different. Feels like old anime, doesn't it? Or is that an anime card? Is this an old card or an anime card? I can't tell. It's Wizards of the Coast Inc. It doesn't even say common or uncommon on it anywhere. Anyhow, it's 39 of 165. When Trinket Mage comes into play, you may search your library for an artifact with a converted mana cost of 1 or less. Reveal that card and put it into your hand. If you do, shuffle your library. He's a maybe, because some of the scrying can help me. So I'm going to put him in my maybe creatures. But he's only a 2/2, but he costs 3 to draw. Wow. Iorwith Healing, I've already got her, so I'm going to put her on the other side. Actually, 2 of her might not be, because she lets you untap things. 2 of her might not be bad. Untap another target permanent. Untap 2. Yeah, because if they don't have vigilance, and I'm in the middle of playing, and I have to use them to defend, I can untap them. So that's kind of cool. Flying Elemental. Oh, it's kind of nice. He's just a regular creature though. Has flying when he enters scry 2. So it seems like scrying's a big deal here. So I'm gonna put you in my creature stack for the blues. Don't want you. I don't like that. Sorcery. This is all about orcs, so that's not gonna be one I use. He's a creature. I'm trying to see if there's any others that would be good. Puts target creature. Return spell. Wow, there's a lot of returning stuff to your hand in here. Return. Oh, it's Soothing of Smeagol. His story's so tragic. I rocked with him until like the last 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, Gollum. Return target non-token creature to its owner's hand. The ring tempts you. Yeah, that's a cool instant. I'm going to put you over in my instant pile. These are instants I'm going to keep. Sorcery. Draw a card. The ring tempts you. Wow. No, that's sorcery. I put that in the wrong stack. Human peasant. 1/3. Ugh. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. I can pay 5 and target player mills 3 cards. That's mean. I like it. Elf Scout. Nimrodel Watcher. The blues are kind of great. I love the art on the blues. Whenever you scry, Nimrodel Watcher gets +1/+0 until the end of turns. That makes him a 3 and can't be blocked. This ability triggers once each turn. Yeah, Nimrodel, you're with. The Council's Deliberation. Draw a card. Whenever you scry, if you control an island, you may exile Council's Deliberation from the graveyard. If you do, draw a card. That's kind of fun. It's an instant. One does not simply walk into Mordor. That's where that comes from. I can use this to scry, which means you can go, ooh. Mill means you got to put it in your graveyard, but scry means you can look at it and see what's next and make a plan. I can tap a creature, and that's interesting. This is colorless. Where are my colorless cards? There they are. Don't care about that. That's all about orcs. Ooh, the Knights of Umbroth. Love that. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knights of Dol Umbroth. That's a 3/3. Yeah, you can stay. Yep, he's a blue. Pelegrir Survivor. That's sad. Ruined my whole day. Add 1 mana of any color. Yep, I already have this one in there. I don't think I want 2 of her. Oh, Kingfisher. When Kingfisher dies, draw a card. Yeah, you can stay. Are you a creature? Yeah. Ah! Drop something. It seems like more of the humans are blue. Human Knight, whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on these guys. I'm not going to be sad to have 2 of that. Because they're fodder for the fight. Let's see. Deceive the messenger. Ooh. Tell me, Saruman. When did Saruman the Wise abandon reason for madness? So, you have chosen death. Ah! Okay, I'm done. I like this all day. My poor husband. Target creature gets -3, negative. Ooh. There's a lot of orc amassing on these. Count out any army you control. Also an orc. If you don't control an army, create 0/0 black orc army first. Maybe I do want to amass the orcs. Because it doesn't look like I need other orky spells for that to happen. Let me go back over here to this orc amassing. Amass orcs 3. Then target player mill 3 cards. Amass army. To amass 3 orcs, put on an army you control is also. You don't control an army, create a 0/0 black orc army creature token first. So I could create these tokens, and token creatures are great because they can get smacked before your actual creature. Maybe I will keep those. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's screaming at the screen like, you need to keep the orc stuff. Well, I am. Not you. Not you. Okay. Trees and the Valleys and God. This was one that I put down. Put 1 target instant sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. Amass orcs 2 to amass orcs. Okay. Yeah, we're going to make orcs. Okay. All right, we can make orcs. I'm gonna look back at these greens real quick to see if there's any orc making in here. This is food token. Food I can sacrifice to gain life, but I'm not doing the colored mana that I need in order to do that. You may sacrifice food if you do not. Target creature gets. If you do, +4/+4. I'm not really doing the food token creation, so Maybe I should. I mean, I've got so many cards to deal with. Okay. I'm considering the orcs, so let me come back to the food creation. Let me see how many cards I end up with, and then I'll come back to the hobbits. Elf pilot. When Grey Havens navigated into the battlefield, scry 1. We like to scry. Draw card. The ring tempts you. It costs 1 to cast. That's kind of great. Love me a cheap sorcery. More flyers. It's just another kingfisher. Another great sorcery. Human ranger. Rangers of Elysian. Love the names of stuff in Lord of the Rings. So snobby. Vigilance. When rangers of Ithilien enter the battlefield, gain control of up to 1 target creature with lesser power for as long as you control rangers of Elysian. The ring tempts you. Yeah, you're going in. Dreadful as the storm. All will love me and despair. I love Kate Blanchett. She's the goat. Anywho, and Tilda Swinton. Love me some Tilda Swinton. Target creature has base power and rough toughness 5/5 until end of turn. The ring tempts you. Oh yeah, you're going in. Bewitching Leechcraft. When Bewitching Leechcraft enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has, if this creature would untap during your untap step, remove +1 from counter instead. Don't know what that means, so it's not going in. Oh, I've got 2 of these? Yeah, we want 2 of those. Here's another human knight that gets the +1/+1 counter. So we like y'all. Ooh, Glorious Gale. Now that's what cosplay should look like. Counter target creature spell. Oh, lambus bread. That's all about the food. And put that over there. Counter target creature spell. If it was legendary spell, the ring tempts you. That's an instant. I love a good instant. I don't play enough instants. It's kind of great building my own deck because now I can, really have some control. Flying elemental creature. Oh, it's another Willow Wind. I'm gonna put you in my creature stack because that's pretty great. I can scry 2 when they enter. Another Deceive the Messenger and Amassing Orcs. That's an instant. Lorien Revealed. Have we seen this one yet? Draw 3 cards. Island cycling. Discard this card. Search your library for an island card. Yeah, we do have that one. But Rangers of Ithilien, another one of those. That sorcery. Human Peasant. We have this Elves of Nimrodel. Oh, Arwen's Gift. That's new. Beautiful. Just, this spell costs 1 less to cast if you control 2 or more legendary creatures. I've got a good stack of legendary creatures I'm putting in here. Scry 2, then draw cards. Okay, cool. So if I had 3 legendary creatures out, she'd cost me 1 to cast. Yeah, we want you. We already have that one. We have you. We have you out already. I didn't show y'all any of the green cards. I'll do that when I'm building. I didn't realize what I did. Return non-token creature. That's an instant. Did we do this one? Bewitching Leechcraft. He looks like he's having a bad day. When Bewitching Leechcraft enters the battlefield, tap Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature has, if this creature would untap during your untap step, remove +1/+1. Don't know what that means. Not doing it. Okay, so like some of the game just keeps building and building and building on itself. If you don't know what something means, and then come back to it another time. We've already done this one and this one. Okay. Now it's time to look at the colorless. Are these all lands? Yeah, these are all my fancy lands. So the good thing is with the lands, you can put as many fancy lands in as you want that do other things. That's kind of great. Oh, and another Celeborn. Having extra legendary creatures won't hurt me. Okay, let's look at the colorless now. I don't have as many colorless. Legendary artifact. Oh, a lot of these are legendary artifacts. Oh my. That's right, I didn't look at any more artifacts this whole thing, did I? Yeah, I'm really leaning towards it's gonna be Elrond or Galadriel. I don't know which one. They're both awesome. Wish I had more tree folk. Legendary artifact if a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. Ooh. I can sacrifice it. and exile their graveyard. Heck yeah, that's going in. I love colorless cards. Legendary artifact equipment, as long as it's your turn. Equipped creature has hexproof and can't be blocked. Heck yeah! Phew. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Okay, so I'd have to attack with more than one. Equip halfling, attached to target halfling you control. Equip only a sorcery. Oh, that's why I would need to include green halflings. I just learned something. If I want that card, I will have to put halflings in here. Let's see. Is he a common or oh, he's a rare. That makes sense. Artifact lost to time is Artificer's Art of trapping light from a distant star, the ring of purest gold. I've heard this matters, but I don't know why. Oh, it lets me add mana of any color. Well, we like that. When inherited envelope enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you out 1 mana. Inherited envelope. Ha! Wizard's Rockets. When they enter the battlefield, sacrifice it and add mana in any combination of colors. When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. This is a common. Interesting. Lambus. When Lambus enters the battlefield, scry 1, then draw a card. I can sacrifice it to gain 3 life. When Lambus is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, its owner shuffles their library. Cool. I'm probably going to use that one. More inherited envelopes. Let's see here. I don't think I need this many inherited envelopes. I'm going to set y'all over here. Ooh. The Barrow Blade. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 whenever equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by that creature. The creature loses all abilities until end of turn. Heck yeah! Yeah, you're going in. Oh, Frodo! Okay, I'm putting halflings in. I gotta put Frodo in, and he's colorless, so I can cast him. Or is that white? That's what that is. It's white. Oh, he's not a true colorless. Nope, we're not doing white. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. I'm not doing a 3-color deck. I refuse. Not yet. I'm not ready for that. These are just supposed to be my colorless cards. Where are the rest of the colorless? Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, no, no. Oh, there's the other one I was looking for. Legendary land. But we're going to put that in the land box. No. Oh, that's a land. You go here. No, we are. I almost did myself a bad. I'm starting with 2 colors because I'm not ready to try to figure out the feasibility of a 3-color deck. Let me make sure I don't have any more colorless in here because I feel like I did. Land, 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 land. Legendary land, more land, 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 tokens, land. Okay, y'all. Let's do this. Okay, so I know 30 lands are coming out of here, so they're just going to go back in the box. That's not as big a deal. What is a big deal is this. These will be my 2 options for my what's it called, commanders. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on each of one number of cards you looked at while scrying. That way, whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes a target, he's going to be my commander. Yeah, that's a good one. So Galadriel and Elrond are in. So I'm going to set the ones that are in. I'm going to set them face down right in front of me so I know that that is my in deck. All right, so let's look at my other legendary creatures. That's 2. 3, Quick Beam. 4, Celeborn. 5, Aragon and Arwen. 6, another Celeborn. 7, Glorfindel. That they're all legendary, so that's great. Let me count. Make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay. All right. Now let's go through regular creatures. So, Death Touch. Oh, we want the Mirkwood Spider. These are the ones I didn't show you. Any creature I control will gain Death Touch till end of turn. So 7, 8. Elf Druid, add mana to your pool. Heck yeah. 9. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter. Chance met elves. This ability triggers only once per turn. 10. And there's a couple of those. I'm going to put my duplicates over here. 10. Oh. A Dwarf Guardian, when he dies, I have to scry too. It seems like scrying's a big deal, so I'm going to put him in here. 11. Dunedain Rangers. I liked them. 12. Add mana of any color with this creature. She's real weak, but she lets me add mana, and I can pay for another creature to get +3/+3. 13. We doing 2 of these spiders. These are great. 14. There's another one here. I'm going to put in my baby vial. 15. Oh, Bag Importer. So whenever Bag Importer attacks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. 16. Let's see. Now let's do ones that I don't have yet. Elf Scout. It'll be 17. Whenever Lothlorien Lookout attacks, scry 1. 17. I've got you. Oh, the dog creature. Sacrifice a food, put +1/+1 counter on Mushroom Watchdog. Gains vigilance until end of turn. 18. Got you. A lot of duplicates here. Oh, he's a 3/4. He's going in. He just lets me scry. 19. I'm going to recount here in just a second. See if there's any duplicates in here. Okay, so these are going in the duplicate pile. Let me make sure this is 19. It's 19 or 20 cards. I'm going to count. I'm so proud of myself. I'm trying to go for 40 creatures and then 30 instants and sorceries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, 17. She can't count. I'm at 17. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So now let's look at some of these hobbits. Let me create food. Legendary creature halfling, and more legendary creatures are good for me, because I have certain cards in here now that if I have X legendary creatures out, yeah, it counts for other stuff. So I can create food tokens with her. So him, Mariadoc Brandybook, and Peregrine Took. I might have known. 18. Oh, this is an artifact. You go over here. Human Peasant, at the beginning of your end step, if you don't control food, create a food token. Okay, cool. I can sacrifice the food to gain life, so that's actually like a great card to have. Now 19. Halfling Citizen, if more or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. Okay. 20. She's a 1/1. I don't know how I feel about her. This is a green sorcery. I'm going to put you over here in the sorceries. Oh, these are instants. Put you over here. Let's see. Oh, here's one I don't have. Oh, this is sad. Stew the Codys. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Target creature you don't control, create a food token. It's an artifact. Yep. Okay, so this is the part of the movie where we're feeling sad for Gollum. This is sorcery and enchantment. So enchantment, sorcery, another halfling peasant, creature. Okay, we've seen all these. And do I have Brandywine Farmer? Create a food token. She's only a 1/1, but if I can create food tokens with her, then I can sacrifice them and gain life. All right, I'm going to put y'all over in the duplicates now. Let's look at some blue creatures. Definitely want some flyers in here. So there's 2 kingfishers. I'm going to fish out the kingfishers real quick, because flyers, unless it's another flyer, are usually unblockable. And they're great for defense as well. So I'm going to put the Kingfishers in there. I have 3 of them. All 3 are going in. Because except for Gua here and the Eagles, which I'm not playing an Eagle deck, haven't seen anything that would work for me. So let's look at these here. There were some really good cards in here. Oh, definitely Gandalf. I can cast sorcery as though they have flash. Yeah. So we're going to put Gandalf in. I'm going to count here in just a second. Counting as I go was stupid. Can you library research library for artifact? No. Oh, the elementals. Yeah, definitely want the elementals in there. Just going through creatures right now. I'm about to hit my tree folk in a second. Great Human Scry. Add a mana of any color. Yeah, she's weak, but she lets me add mana. And I can pay 5 to make somebody else mill 3 cards. So, yeah. Oh, Human Knight's definitely going in, and so is Elf Scout. Got one of each of those. Human Ranger needs to go in here. I'm going to do the other elemental and then Human Ranger. Okay. Rangers have vigilance, and that's what makes them great. So now let me count before I go through my green creatures. Count, count, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, some of these got reverse. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 32. Getting there. Because I'm about to go through my other set of green creatures. Let me make sure again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay. Double count. All right. Actually, I have the box they're going to live in. We're just going to set those right here. All right. Looking good. All right. 32. Now, green creatures. Tree folk has trample. Oh, yeah. 4 or 5. These trees are tough. Yeah, he's going in. 33. Oh, these are green artifacts. Let me put these over here. Artifacts. Oh, I got him already. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Create a food token. Oh, and these tree folk. Oh, this tree folk has reach. He's a 5/7. He costs 6 to cast. When generous int enters the battlefield, create a food token. Oh. And it has forest cycling. Discard this card, search your library for a forest card, reveal it, put it into your hand. I'll never do that, but I want reach. 34. That's an instant. I want 6 more creatures. I'm going to use the Elf Noble, 35. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter. Legendary creature halfling citizen, 36. I can only work with the cards I have. If I don't have the card to use, I can't put it. This is why people keep buying stuff. 6. Let's see who's going to be the most useful out of my duplicates. Oh, there's a lot of scrying, so anytime I scry, if this guy's out, I can put +1/+1 counters on there. So that's cool. 35. 36. This druid lets me just add mana. 30. Why not? 37. I like the dog. 38. 2 dogs. It's a green heavy deck, so I'm going to have more green mana. This is a good one. 37. Let's look at the blues one more time. Any more legendaries in here? Another legendary halfling. That helps me to have extra legendary creatures. 38. Anything else in blue that strikes my fancy? Let me look at my... Oh, these are instants. He's good. Melindor the Swift. And... one more. Yeah, when I scry, they get extra. So all these cards that let me scry are a good thing. So, all right. So that's creatures. That should be 40 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 44. That's good. So the rest will be instants and sorceries. 44. All right. Let's see here. 44. Let's go with artifacts first. 44. Oh, an artifact with flash? Yeah. When Galadrimbo enters the battlefield, attach it to a target creature you control, and they get +1/+2, and they get reach. 45. I got 2 of these. 46. Wizard's Rockets. It's colorless. I can sacrifice them and add mana in any combination of colors. Oh, wow. 47. Next. Oh, legendary artifact. I think I want this one. Yeah, it's the Stone of Eric. They are not all accounted for, the lost seeing stones. If a creature opponent you control would die, exile it instead. Yeah. 38. Artifact food. 1 Lambus bread enters scry, and I sacrifice and gain 2 life. Oh yeah, I want the sword. 40. Oh yeah, definitely want the envelope. I'm sorry, 50. 51. This one lets me add mana. 52. I really like this. 53. Let's look at some green enchantments. Do I have any blue artifacts? Didn't really get any blue. Flash. When Gift Strands enters the battlefield, scry 2. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Look, I can enchant a creature and give them +3. Right there. Something. I'll count here in a second. Target creature control deals damage. I've already got that in there. Shortcut to mushrooms at the beginning of your end step. If a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Okay, that's interesting. That's a maybe. That's not a definite. Sacrifice food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Yeah, that's a good one. And you may sacrifice food if you do. That's a pretty good one. That's 2 of those. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or that has flying. Oh god. Or scry. I'm gonna put 2 of you in here. That's kind of great. Pippin's Bravery. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Otherwise, that creature gets +2/+2. Yeah. We love you, Pippin. Pippin had his moments, you know. Target creature control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof. Yeah. We want you until end of turn. All right, let's look at some blue instants. Then we're going to look at our sorceries. I'm probably going to go over, which means I have to trim some of my duplicates out, but I'd rather trim some duplicates than not have the card in there. Yeah, Council's Deliberations going in. Whenever I scry, get an island and then reshuffle. Target creature gets -3/-3. So I can throw that down and create an orc token. Return non-token creature to its owner's hand, the ring temp shoe. That's a firm maybe. Let's see here. Counter target creature spell if it was a legendary spell, the ring temp shoe. Yeah, she's going in. And she's not expensive. Target creature has base power, toughness 5/5 until it. Yeah. We beef somebody up like that. I got a couple of her, so she might go in twice. We'll see what my card count ends up being. Looking through my duplicates. I already got you. Target creature. Put target creature into owner's hand. Second from top on the library. Yeah. So if somebody targets my creature, I can basically put it back in my hand. That's actually good to have. Return target spell or non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with equal or less mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. Holy cow! Yeah, you're going in. Alright, so I've got all of these. Let's look at sorceries. So green sorcery, search library for basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle, create a food token. Yeah, you're going in. I've got a few of those. Scry 3, you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, draw a card. Heck yeah. Got a lot of creatures in here, so I've got a good chance of that happening. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control if its power is 4 or greater. I like that. I like that a lot. Got a couple of those. Scry 3, you may reveal the top card of its creature. Yeah, I already put that one in. The ring goes south. The ring tempts you. Then reveal cards from the top of your library. Reveal X cards, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Put those land cards onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Yeah. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Create a food token. Heck yeah. That's a common. That's a good common. Revive the Shire. Alright, last set. This will be my blue sorceries. Put one target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library, and I can mass orcs with that. Cool. Sorcery, draw 3 cards. Island cycling, discard this card, search your library for an island. So I gotta put some islands in there. When I put my lands in. The spell costs 1 less to cast if you control 2 or more legendary creatures. Scry 2 cards. Oh, that's Arwen's gift. So scrying's a big deal for me. So I gotta get these scry cards in here. Let's see. Birthday Escape, draw a card. The ring tempts you. We like drawing a card. Put target instant or sorcery ring card in graveyard on top of your library. Oh, I already have this one. Sorcery, this is what I was looking for. Amass 3 orcs, then target player mills X cards, where X is the amassed army's power. To amass orcs 3, put 3 +1/+1 counters on an army you control. And if I don't have them, they start at 0/0, and then I can keep adding to them. Okay, let me see how many cards this is. Oops, put that one facing the wrong way. Y'all ready for this? Let's count. 1. I'm going to have to set them down as I count, or I will lose my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So I'm 6 cards over. So this video's already gotten long enough. So what I'm going to do is remove my duplicates from the deck, and then add land. I could go land light, but I don't want to do that for my first deck. So, duplicate's got to come out. Yeah, so I've got 3 of these flyers, so 2 can come out. And I've got you as well. So that's 3 cards I've already pulled. I just need 3 more to come out. I've got more than one of her, don't I? The legendary halfling creature. I believe I do. 4 cards out. Let's see here. I have 2 Celeborns in here, don't I? I do. 5 out. I have multiple Mirkwood spiders. I'm keeping those. And a red card. There we go. That's the last one. I don't know how a red card got in there. All right. I have my deck in its box. 30 lands. I am green heavy, so it will be more green than red, but I also am going to use a lot of the ones that let me choose whichever. So those are all white cards. They can go back in. Don't need white cards. Don't need white. Oh, this is one that my son gave me that's colorless. It's a legendary land. Okay. These are colorless artifacts. Put a +1/+1 counter. X activates as a sorcery legendary artifact flash. Indestructible when Mithril Coat enters the battlefield. Target creature you control. Oh, that's going in. Okay, we're just going to have to be 1 less mana. That's great. 29 mana now. Oh, these are tokens. Not concerned about those, but I do need to get the food and work tokens out because they go with the deck. So let me take all the tokens out. So if you're thinking of doing this and building your own deck, from collecting all these cards now, this has been about, 3 months, because we've done several family drafts. And I started working on this a while ago, but Warhammer kind of took over my life. And then again, I can't do stuff until after work. I either have to use my break time at work or because this is not my job. I'm not getting paid from YouTube. So I have to do it when it fits in my life. I will not interrupt my job or my family time for YouTube. So it's taken me about 3 months to get to this point with my deck. This is that whole ring temp shoe thing. These are the things that can happen. You can pause to read. Okay, so I got all my tokens. So now I want to get all my legendary lands out first because they do cool stuff. You're going back in here. Don't need white lands. So blue lands, lots of blue land. And that's the thing, if you're doing YouTube, I think I mentioned this in another video I did, as a hobby, don't screw your job up over this. Please don't. Just don't. Obey the rules. Find out what your job's rules are. My job has rules are probably different from yours, and that's totally fine. But I'm very careful about that type of thing. All those cards that said I could search for basic land plains, the plains are white. I will never have those in my deck. But it has a second ability on there, so that's why I went ahead and added those. I think the rest of these are green lands. So all my legendary lands are going in. These are all basic lands. But I just wanted to get the legendaries out first and then count off from how many of that I will need. So legendary land 1, this is the one my son gave me. It's the Eiganjul Seat of the Empire, and it's not from Lord of the Rings. It's just another great land. I can discard this card and deal 4 damage to a target. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature, so this is really good for my deck. So that's 1. Where'd my other fancy lands go? I had them. 1 fancy land, I have more fancy land. Oh, they're right in front of me. Yep. So these let me add mana of any color. So fancy lands are going in. Add any color in my commander's identity. My commanders are blue, and so I'm all the ones that let me add anything are going in. Some of these enter tapped, some don't, but I want them all. Like these let me add green or white. It's going to be green. But also, if I'm searching, it would count as a plains card. So, yeah, that's how I'm getting around that. So, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 anything mana. So, I'm green heavy. So, let's count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. No, 10 green. And then the rest will be blue because I have a whole bunch of those can choose anything. And so the rest will be blue mana. Where did I put the blue? Blue's over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I'm like one up a card. And that's my deck. So what I'm going to do this time is put things back in order. So this is great. Here's the top to that boulder that I got. And it came with sleeves. So these are going to be sleeves for my Lord of the Rings deck. What a happy surprise to just get sleeves. But those are going to go in there, and I'll sleeve those off camera. That's not exciting to watch. And I might try this deck with my fam this weekend. So lands go at the end. And I've got separators in here this time. So let's put the lands in first. Those are colorless cards, not lands. Are these all lands? Yeah. So I'm going to put my lands in first. Can't believe I have a catalog now. This is crazy. All right, so all the lands are in. So I'm going to put a divider in now. So now let me grab my green creatures. And then those spells and stuff. I don't know how this one got in there. All right. Green creatures. And now green instants and sorceries. Look at me putting stuff back in order. I'm so proud. This is great. My son's going to see this and just be so happy I put stuff up correctly. Now I'm going to put my creatures in for the blue. Blue sorceries, blue instants. And now my colorless, the one random red, and I'll figure out what to do with that later. Divider. And I'm going to close up my catalog and put it in its home. And these are going to be fine until the next time you need them. Or they won't. It's fine. I might not need them for a long time. There might be something in here that will work for my Bloomburrow deck. Although I'm leaning red and black on my Bloomburrow just because I like the cards. Y'all did your big one with Bloomburrow. Like, Magic, y'all got the girlies. All right, found a place for that to live. Then I have all my token and artifact cards. Slide those in. Once they're double sleeved, they will all fit in here perfectly. And that, my friends, is the first commander deck I have ever built myself. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.